The 7 Deadly Sins as Baki characters. In the popular anime and manga series Baki, the characters can be seen embodying various traits and characteristics that align with the 7 deadly sins. Let's explore how some of the notable characters from Baki can be associated with these sins. Characters from the popular anime and manga series Baki is explored in a unique and thought-provoking way. The creator takes us on a journey through the world of Baki, connecting each of the 7 deadly sins to specific characters within the series. The level of detail and analysis put into this video is truly impressive. Number 7. Sin Sloth, Biscuit, Oliva. Despite his laziness, Biscuit Oliva has shown loyalty towards certain individuals. He cares deeply for his family and friends, and when push comes to shove, he can become fiercely protective. This loyalty can sometimes catch others off guard, as they may not expect such dedication from someone who appears lazy. Apologies for the confusion. In the Baki series, the character Biscuit Oliva can be associated with the sin of sloth. Biscuit is often depicted as a laid-back and carefree individual who prefers a relaxed lifestyle. He is known for his easygoing nature, which can give the impression of laziness or a lack of motivation. Biscuit's nonchalant demeanor and preference for avoiding conflicts or unnecessary exertion align with the sin of sloth. However, it's important to note that Biscuit is also a highly skilled and formidable fighter when provoked, showcasing that appearances can be deceiving. Number 6. Sin Gluttony, Jack. Jack Hanma, one of the prominent characters in Baki, perfectly embodies the sin of gluttony. Known for his insatiable appetite for battle and violence, Jack's overwhelming desire to prove his strength and dominance is relentless. Physically imposing and possessing incredible strength, Jack craves the thrill of combat and constantly seeks out powerful opponents to satisfy his hunger for battle. He revels in the chaos and brutality of fights, often pushing himself to the limits and beyond. Jack's gluttonous nature is evident in his approach to fighting. He absorbs punishment and feeds off the pain, using it to fuel his own power and determination. His hunger for victory and his insatiable appetite for triumph make him an unstoppable force on the battlefield. Driven by his deep-rooted need to prove himself and establish his dominance, Jack's gluttonous pursuit of power and physicality sets him apart from other characters in Baki. He embodies the sin of gluttony in both his physicality and his relentless pursuit of combat. In essence, Jack Hanma's character is a living manifestation of gluttony, constantly craving and consuming the thrill of battle as if it were sustenance for his very being. His hunger for conquest and his unquenchable thirst for victory make him an intriguing and formidable presence within the Baki universe. Number 5. Sin Greed, Kaoru Hanayama. Kaoru Hanayama, also known as Hankai, is a character from the Baki series who personifies the sin of greed. Hanayama is a formidable fighter and a member of the Yakuza. His physical strength and intimidating presence make him a dominant force in the underground world. What sets Hanayama apart and aligns him with the sin of greed is his insatiable desire for power and dominance. He constantly seeks to accumulate wealth, territory, and influence, using his strength to assert control over others. Hanayama's obsession with being the strongest and obtaining more power drives his actions and decisions. In his pursuit of dominance, Hanayama shows little regard for the consequences of his actions. He is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals, even if it means resorting to violence and intimidation. Hanayama's greed is not limited to material possessions, but also extends to his thirst for recognition and respect. Despite his ruthless nature, Hanayama possesses a sense of loyalty and honor, particularly towards his comrades and those he considers his family. However, this loyalty is often overshadowed by his hunger for power and his desire to be at the top of the hierarchy. Hanayama's embodiment of greed is evident in his actions, motivations, and interactions with others. His constant pursuit of more, whether it be strength, wealth, or control, makes him a compelling character who exemplifies the sin of greed within the Baki series. Number 4. Sin, Lust, Katsumi Orochi. Katsumi. Orochi, a prominent character in the Baki series, can be associated with the sin of lust. While lust is not as prominently showcased in Baki compared to other sins, Katsumi's character arc and motivations can be connected to this deadly sin. Katsumi Orochi is a highly skilled martial artist and a member of the Orochi clan, known for their exceptional fighting abilities. He is driven by a passionate desire to become stronger and prove himself in the world of martial arts. This intense longing for personal growth and achievement can be seen as a manifestation of lust. Katsumi's pursuit of strength and his dedication to his training can be interpreted as a form of lustful desire. He constantly seeks challenges and opportunities to test his skills, craving the exhilaration and satisfaction that comes with overcoming obstacles and becoming stronger. However, it's important to note that the concept of lust in Baki may differ from its traditional interpretation as a sin related to sexual desire. In Baki, lust is more broadly associated with a fervent and all-consuming drive for personal growth, achievement, and connection. Overall, Katsumi Orochi's relentless pursuit of strength, his dedication to training, and his passionate attachments to both martial arts and certain individuals can be seen as representing the sin of lust within the context of the Baki series. Number 3. Sin, Envy, Retsu Kaiyo. Retsu Kaiyo, a skilled martial artist in the Baki series, can be associated with the sin of envy. While Retsu is primarily known for his laid-back nature, his character arc and interactions with other characters reveal underlying feelings of envy. Throughout the series, Retsu exhibits a deep-seated envy towards those who possess greater strength and skill in martial arts. Despite his own impressive abilities, he is constantly seeking to prove himself and surpass his rivals. This envy drives him to push his limits and train tirelessly, always striving to close the gap between himself and those he admires. Retsu's envy is most evident in his interactions with Baki Hanma, one of the series' most powerful characters. Retsu idolizes Baki's strength and seeks to challenge him, driven by a desire to reach his level of prowess. This envy fuels his determination to prove himself as a worthy opponent. Furthermore, Retsu's envy extends to his interactions with other martial artists who possess unique abilities or techniques that he wishes to obtain. He observes their skills with a mixture of admiration and envy, aspiring to incorporate their techniques into his own fighting style. It's important to note that Retsu's envy is not fueled by malicious intent or resentment, but rather a genuine desire for self-improvement. He sees the skills of others as sources of inspiration, driving him to surpass his own limitations and become the best martial artist he can be. In summary, Retsu Kaio's constant pursuit of strength, his admiration for powerful individuals, and his desire to obtain their abilities showcase his connection to the sin of envy within the Baki series. Number 2, Sin Pride Yujiro Hanma, known as the Ogre in the Baki series, is the epitome of pride. This towering and immensely powerful character exudes an overwhelming sense of arrogance and self-assuredness. From his first appearance, it's clear that Yujiro sees himself as the pinnacle of strength and invincibility. His pride is showcased through his dismissive attitude towards others, as he considers himself to be in a league of his own. Yujiro's confidence borders on arrogance, as he constantly belittles and underestimates his opponents, viewing them as insignificant in comparison to his own power. What truly sets Yujiro apart is his unyielding belief in his own abilities. He revels in the chaos and destruction he causes, taking pride in his overwhelming strength and ability to dominate any opponent. This pride is further exemplified by his refusal to acknowledge defeat or submit to anyone, no matter how formidable they may seem. Yujiro's pride extends beyond his physical prowess. He takes pride in being the father of Baki Hanma, viewing him as a testament to his own greatness. This pride drives him to constantly test and challenge Baki, pushing him to his limits in an effort to shape him into a worthy successor. In summary, Yujiro Hanma's character is defined by his overwhelming pride. His arrogance, dismissiveness towards others, and unwavering belief in his own power make him an embodiment of this deadly sin. His pride is a driving force behind his actions and interactions throughout the Baki series, setting him apart as an intimidating and formidable character. Number 1, Sin Wrath. Baki Hanma, the main protagonist of the Baki series, epitomizes the sin of wrath. His fiery and unyielding temperament, coupled with his insatiable hunger for combat, make him an embodiment of this deadly sin. Baki's relentless pursuit of strength and his constant desire to challenge and defeat powerful opponents showcase his overwhelming wrath. He is driven by an intense anger and a burning need to prove himself, often engaging in brutal and intense battles that push him to his limits. Throughout the series, Baki's wrath manifests in his explosive fighting style and his relentless determination to overcome any obstacle in his path. He channels his anger into his training, honing his skills and pushing his physical and mental limits to new heights. Baki's wrath is not solely directed towards his opponents, but also towards societal norms and expectations. He rebels against the constraints placed upon him and seeks to break free from the ordinary, embracing his own path of strength and self-discovery. Despite his wrathful nature, Baki also possesses a sense of justice and a desire to protect those dear to him. His anger is often channeled towards defending his loved ones and standing up against injustice, making him a complex and multidimensional character. In summary, Baki Hanma's relentless pursuit of strength, his explosive fighting style, and his unwavering determination to prove himself against all odds make him a perfect representation of the sin of wrath within the Baki universe. These additional examples further demonstrate the complexity and depth of the characters in Baki, and how they can be associated with the 7 deadly sins. It's worth noting that the characters in Baki often exhibit a combination of traits, and their alignment with specific sins can be subject to interpretation. That's all, folks. If you love the show, please comment and subscribe.